Okay, in the last video, I done the nucleus of the Facebook page. The profile picture, cover picture, about us section, added the email. There's still a few bits to do. I still have to, put the username in and probably expand a bit on some of the things. Like later on when I get the Shopify store up, I'll have to connect my Shopify store to this so my products can show up on my Facebook page. A question I get asked a lot is, what social media do I focus on the most? Now, for me, my preference is Facebook and Instagram, because whatever I put on Instagram, you can automatically just click a button and it shares automatically on Facebook. I put a lot of content on Facebook that might necessarily be good for Instagram, but they are the two that I focus on. But I also do a little bit on Pinterest and Tumblr and Twitter. And like Pinterest, for example, is really, really good for getting organic traffic to your Shopify store. You can do really, really good Pinterest graphics that, really expand on what your product is about. Really good images. You can put text in the images, put a link to your product. People click on the image, click on the link, and it brings them directly to your product. And that's great as well. So, you can spend an awful lot of time on social media, and this is why, I kind of use this, IFTTT, and they have a free version and a paid version. And the free version, kind of lets you do an awful lot. And basically what it does is that you can set up, they're called Applets, and I'm going to show you these, is that if you can connect your social media accounts together, and you can say that every time I post a picture on Instagram, that it would automatically show up on my Pinterest, on my Twitter, on my Tumblr, and then you have to do separate ones that any Instagram videos will also show up on the different ones, or you can set it from Facebook. What I like to do with this sort of software is that I use Instagram as my main sort of focal point on this, and anything that goes on my Instagram page is automatically shared on Twitter, Pinterest, and Tumblr. I don't kind of connect my Facebook page to this because I kind of keep that separate. Not everything I put on my Facebook page will necessarily look good on the other social media platform. No, it might, but I'll decide that. So I kind of just have the preference for this to share from my Instagram. But so I'm gonna sign up with this using my email and password. You can also sign up with your Apple account, Google, or Facebook. I have a lot of different accounts, so I want to, kind of keep them separate a bit. So I'm going to sign up with my email. So I'm just going to sign up with my email address, which is info@winnerethos.com, and I'll be back now in a sec. Okay, so that's me in now. Just email address, password, straight in. Right, so it's really, really easy to sign up. So as I said before, I need now to connect my social media accounts to this software. So, if I go in here now and type in Instagram. Okay, so these are the different sort of, connections and, things that they're called applets and stuff like that. So, like, if you had a Flickr account, you can post your Instagram pictures, photos directly to Flickr. So every time you put an Instagram picture up, it automatically goes to Flickr. Now, Flickr is something that I haven't really looked into just yet, but I probably will, so that's something I might look at different times. So post your Instagram photos to Tumblr, right? That's something that, I would be interested in doing. So I'll click on that. So Applets connect two or more services together and help you do something that you couldn't do with just one service alone. Okay, that's what an applet is. So this applet will let me post my Instagram pictures to Tumblr. Right, so there's my Tumblr account there. Okay. So, again, this is fairly handy to sign up. There's my Winner Ethos. There's my Instagram page. There's my Pinterest. There's my Twitter. Now, and again, there's other social media platforms out there. I'm sure there's people shouting at me now. Snapchat, TikTok. That's something that, I haven't really looked into at the moment. But it is something that I probably will. And what I suggest is you don't try and do all these things at once. You will become consumed with all of this. You try and focus on one or two and then expand out. Become an expert at something and then move on to something else. Okay, don't try and be an expert at everything. Right, especially at the same time. So connect. Right. So go into Instagram. See, I'm logged into my Instagram account, so I'm hoping that it shows up. Okay. Authorize. Now it's going to my Tumblr. I'm already logged in to Tumblr, so this should, and that's what I recommend you do. You already be logged into your accounts before you launch this. It makes it so much easier. So I'm going to allow that. Get notifications when this connection is active. Yeah, no, why not? Connection successfully updated. Choose how to publish. Optional. Add to queue. Save as draft. Yeah, I might as well just publish now. Yeah, save. Settings. So connected to April 8, 2020. It hasn't been run yet. I'm going to, eventually I'll post something and see does it work. So yeah, I think at the moment that seems to be okay. Everything seems to be connected all right. So I'll go back here. Or am I better? Oh, yeah. Might be best just have pressing the home button that time. Okay. Now, so Instagram pictures to Tumblr. Okay, so there we go. Now, Instagram again, I'm going to put in. Now again, you don't have to use Instagram as your main. You could say, right, I want my Twitter, tweets to go out to different social media. I'm just using this as an example. This is just what I do. Okay. Now, I like, a lot of people always say they would like their Instagram pictures to come up on Twitter as the pictures, not as a link. They think that's something that happens an awful lot. So there's an applet here that does that. And I just want to see, does that come up? Now, you can post your Instagram photos to a Facebook page. Not everything I post on Instagram I want on my Winner Ethos page. So I don't do that now. When I'm posting on Instagram, it gives you the option to just, click this little option there and it goes onto your Facebook page. I prefer to have that. But again, this is up to you. Okay, what else can we do here? Instagram to Twitter. Now, there is something, though, a little bit more advanced. Instagram photo to Twitter. Instagram to Pinterest. Instagram video to Pinterest, right? So the images and the video have different applets. Tweet my Instagram video, right? Save photos to Instagram to camera roll. Save your Instagram photos to day one. So just add your Instagram photos to Pinterest. Save Instagram as Twitter when you only include a specific hashtag in the caption, right? That's for somebody that doesn't want everything from Instagram to go onto their Twitter account. Post Instagram photos to Blogger, Instagram to Twitter, Instagram to Facebook fan page. Now, I'm nearly sure there's one. Hold on, I'm going to try this. That it gives a bit more specific, that it's the picture's going to show up, not as a link. I'm nearly sure there's one. Okay. No, Instagram to Twitter. Tweet your Instagrams as native photos on Twitter. Right, that seems to be the one that I think I am looking for. Let's click in here. Look, there's 646,000 people have used this, so it must be good. Instagram photos will show up in your Twitter feed as a full image rather than a link. Note, it only works for single photo posts, right? So that is very, very important. You want your picture to show up on Twitter as a picture, not as a link, but it only works with one picture post. Yeah, that's something that I'm very interested in, right? So I haven't connected my Twitter account yet. I'm already logged into Twitter, so I'm hoping that this works okay. Okay. It says here we're connected. Brilliant. I just go into settings and make sure everything looks okay. I'm getting a notification here as well. Oh yeah. That's okay. Just making sure. Do I have to verify it? And it doesn't look like it. I think we're okay there. So I'll move this over here. Now, might as well just get notification when the connection is active. Hasn't been run yet. It's connected April 8, 2020. The connection usually runs within a few seconds. Might as well just check. Everything seems to be okay. If there was any, problems there, an error would have shown up there. So I think we're okay. So that's Twitter and Instagram connected. That's Instagram and Tumblr. Now, these are just for the images, okay? Oh, I should have went home again, probably. If I want my videos to show up in the different ones, that's separate again. I can only go back there. Sorry about the messing around. As you can see, guys, I do this very, very live. Here we are. Right, so I want my Instagram pictures also to show up on Pinterest. Sync your new Instagram to a Pinterest board. Yes, exactly. Okay. Now I think this one is a little bit more complicated because you have to choose a certain board, and I hope my board shows up. Enter the board name. Right, what is my board called? And winner ethos. So here is my account. Oh, so I'm already in this. Where do I view my boards? And I've noticed some people shouting here now. Just pretend, let me see, I'm creating a pin. Motivational images, there we go. Now, not everything I post on Instagram will be a motivational image. So I might have to change that, and like if the wrong pin goes in, I can take that out of that board and put it into another board. Right, so I hope I spelled this right. Okay. Changes saved. Okay, just check the settings there. Might as well get a notification when it's active. Check the connection. Yeah, save. I think we're okay now on that. So, Pinterest, Twitter, Tumblr. Right, as I said earlier on, I don't think there's a need for me to connect my Instagram and Facebook on this. Again, if I decide to change that, I can come back in here at any point. Again, I'm gonna see is there anything I'm missing here, because I might want to put my videos on Twitter as well, my Instagram videos. So let me see. Save your Instagram to Google Drive. Yeah, that's something I could do. Test Insta video to Twitter video. Every time you post your Instagram photo, share it on Telegram. Now, where can anyone see my Instagram video? Oh look, that's probably, well. Update your Twitter profile pic with your latest selfie. Right, that seems to be a new one. Right, okay, just see, can I search here, Instagram video. Now the applet that I have might do it, but I'm just gonna make sure. Now let me see what this says. Doesn't really give an explanation, so okay, so maybe that's already done. What about Instagram video to Pinterest? I don't even know if that's possible. YouTube video to Twitter. Yeah, that's a good one. I haven't set up the YouTube account yet. Post a new YouTube video, uploads to Tumblr. These, like, so, you know, when I get my YouTube channel up and running here, I'm going to be doing this. Add Spotify song from linked YouTube video. There's some really, really good stuff here, you know. This could be something. Share your Instagram videos as a native Twitter video. Okay. Right, so I think I've done everything that I kind of need to show at the moment. Unfortunately, Instagram doesn't allow you to upload a picture on the desktop. So I'm just going to pause it for a sec. I'm going to upload something on my phone, and then I'm going to show you what that picture looks like on the different social media accounts. Okay, so this is the image that I posted on Instagram. As I said earlier, I couldn't, show you on my laptop here because you can't post images when you're logged in on your laptop in Instagram. Yes, you can record a video from your phone. I haven't gone down that road yet. But there's the image, winners win. I know it's fairly, obvious winners win. But the thinking behind that is, you have your hunter here, you have your leopard, is that there's going to be, temporary failures along the way. Do you think that, every hunting animal wins every time it goes out hunting? Of course it doesn't. It fails, it loses. They're temporary setbacks, they're temporary failures, and you eventually win. And you will only win if you keep going. And to become a winner, you have to lose. You have to get over your temporary failures, your temporary losses, your temporary defeats, and you will eventually become a winner. Okay, so that's what this is about. I'm hoping that people, when they see this image, will think about it a little bit, and that is, what does he mean by winners win? There's a little bit of, thinking behind this. And what I normally do, and I will do a video more about Instagram and how to grow Instagram accounts. That's something that I've done in the past. I'm starting from absolute scratch with this. This is the first post on this Instagram account. I have no followers. I won't be buying fake followers. Every follower that I get will be legit, will be a real person. I won't be using, I won't be buying them. But there is a couple of apps that I will be showing you on how to help you build your account. I always just, do a short, when I do an Instagram post, a short little bit of text, and I always just use one tag of the page, of my page, obviously Winner Ethos in there. And then in the comment section, I throw in some relative niche related hashtags, a mixture of, really big ones, winners, I think it's something like 12 million or 20 million, something like that. And then some of them only have a few thousand. What I always try and do is mix it up a little bit. And this is about testing. This is about seeing, what ones work and what doesn't work. And there is free software that you can use that kind of when you do a few posts and mix up your hashtags, it tells you what hashtags worked for you, what didn't. It tells you what time of day suits you, gets you the most likes and followers and stuff. So I will, like, this is as a, an ongoing video sequence that I'm going to keep going with and showing you how I grow this into what I believe will be a very successful business, that in a year, maybe 2 years, I will be able to make a substantial amount of income from, or I'll be able to sell the entire business, the Shopify store, all the social media accounts associated with it for a substantial amount of money. And I know some of you are probably thinking, what, a year or two? Yeah, and I'm in this for the long haul. I know a lot of gurus tell you that, stick with me for 1 month and I'll make you a fortune. I've never seen anybody do that. To me, building a brand is a long-term project, and I'm not going to waffle here and tell you that if you do what I do, you're going to make an awful lot of money in a few weeks or a month or two. That's not the case, and I hate to burst anybody's bubble here, but I'm being honest and I'm being legitimate with you and telling you that yes, there is a small percent of people that are able to flip stores and get a one product store or a funnel up, and yeah, it is possible. But for me, building a brand, building a company, it takes time. And I always believe building your social media presence, networking with other similar people, similar businesses, making relationships and engaging with the people who will start following and liking your content, that then, and building your list, and whether email list or Facebook Messenger list, that is something that is worth its weight in gold, right? So enough of me waffling here. So there's my first Instagram post, and as you can see here, I haven't even, I've one post, no followers, and I'm following nobody. I've literally, just started this, okay? Over time, I hoped to build this up to an awful lot of followers, and it's going to take an awful lot of work, an awful lot of testing to see what works and what doesn't work. I'm hoping that, the really popular, images like this, I can then make into maybe watches or wall art or whatever, So but the focus of this video, and I've gone off the track a little bit, is to show this software. And a lot of people come back to me and say, "Oh, Jerry, I posted on my Instagram page and it didn't work." The bad side, well, it's not really a bad side, is that it does take a few minutes for this to come into effect. It took 15 minutes for this to show up on my other social media. So just give it a little bit of time for it to show up. And, if I go onto my Twitter page, for instance, and maybe refresh here, you can see that it showed up as a natural image on my Twitter page. Now, I might go in and edit this, and I might add a few extra hashtags, or I might just do like I did on Instagram, comment underneath with the hashtags. But sometimes when you post from your Instagram to Twitter, it just shows up as a link. I wanted the picture to come up, right? And so that worked as far as I'm concerned. Tumblr, we go into Tumblr here. Again, I'm going to have to fix the cover picture here. There it is on my Tumblr account. Did it go into the right board on Pinterest? Let's have a look. Go into my boards. Motivational images. There we go. It's the first pin I've created. And it came from Instagram directly into the board that I wanted it to. Now, so, when you post into your Pinterest, you might have to, take the pin out and put it into a proper, because what I envisage here is that I will have multiple boards. One will be motivational images, one will be actually the products that I sell, and there'll be different sections within that for the different. So it might be one for watches, one for jewellery, one for wall art. There will also be maybe motivational ebooks, maybe might be another one, so there's loads of boards. I would envisage having at least 5, maybe 10 different boards. So if I might go back in at some stage and create sort of a more random board that all the images from Instagram will go in, and then I can then take it out of that and put it into the right board. So that's something that I can look at a later stage. Obviously, now I don't have my Facebook page connected to IFTTT, but when I was posting on Instagram, I chose to put it onto my Facebook page before I posted the image, and there it is on my Facebook page. And at this moment in time, I have 117 people who've liked the page, and that's from just inviting friends to like the page. I've done no advertising. I haven't bought any fake likes, which some people do, but this page will be grown completely organically. So will all my social media accounts, and I'll be focusing mostly on Facebook and Instagram. So it is working. If it's not working, okay, because sometimes stuff stops working for whatever reason. As you can see here, if I just press home, it's showing the social media accounts that I have connected to this software: Instagram, Pinterest, Tumblr, and Twitter. It can also tell you which ones are connected to each other, and I can show you that Instagram is sort of my main one here, and that it's connected to Twitter, Tumblr, Twitter, and Pinterest. And if I click into that, it will give me sort of connected, that these are the applets, right? So I have 5 applets, all from Instagram, going to different social media platforms, but also it's images and it's video. So I've yet to test whether the video one works, okay? And I'm not sure whether it's all Instagram video, because what I mean by that is Instagram have 2 separate video. It's 2 separate ways to upload video. One is just upload a video normally as you would if you were adding a picture, but then it also has Instagram TV, which is for videos that are over a minute long, go into Instagram TV. So I need to check, does it work, or do I need to add an extra applet in here for Instagram TV to also go out to my other social media platforms? I think this is a really, really good platform to use, and I highly recommend it. It saves you an awful lot of time, and if consistency is a really, really important, especially with trying to grow your social media, is to do this at least once a day. Now I would recommend that you do that 3 or 4 times a day, but that can be very hard to do, is finding content to do that, because I have to get my partner involved in this is my business partner, Akash from India. He's the one that makes the images for this, so I have to hassle him to make me more images. I'm not very good at graphics, so he makes the images. He's going to help me with the design of the store as well, and this is going to be our partnership, will be our Winner Ethos Shopify store. But all the social media stuff is a very much important part of this. So that's the first post on my social media. I now have to go into Instagram, create my bio, same with Twitter, make sure everything's correct, because I've really just started this off. And if you've watched some of my previous videos, I don't put much rehearsal into this. It's raw, it's live, I make mistakes along the way. I don't go back in and edit the video to take out my mistakes. I made a few mistakes along the way so far, but I've got over it. So I'm going to keep making these videos and show you how I get on. So thanks for watching, and I hope to hear from you soon.